Hello everybody. Hopefully more people start hopping on here as we get moving into this. Tonight's a little different. We're gonna do our Chrome 5 and then roll right into Chrome 6. I wanted to do that last week. I had to push Chrome 6 back because I was behind on everything, just getting burnout and overwhelmed. So to try to keep things on track, that's why I'm doing both tonight. Yeah, hopefully, since the last Chrome 5 break was kind of a snoozer, I'm hoping that I picked 3 boxes this week that are going to be a little bit better. Hey, Craig. I wondered if you were the one other person watching. I don't know if it's because I'm doing these, running them a little bit earlier, that there's not too many people on here, or what the deal is. It wouldn't surprise me, but it's hard picking a time when I got people, over in the UK and in Australia and all kinds of different time zones that I'd like everybody to be able to watch live instead of having to look up replays. Empty box. Alright, good luck everyone. I'm hoping that we find something nice in here this week. I'd like to see orange or better. Alright, we are just starting off with a refractor. Base pack. Jen is down here with me right now. She'll be here for a little bit. And then she's gonna head up and help our oldest with his gingerbread house.
Hiding from them at the moment.
More base.
Go upstairs in a little bit and see if they've adjusted their attitudes. If not, I'm coming right back.
Why were they fighting over the frosting when it's for hunters?
I got 2 tubs of it because I wasn't sure how much it would take to build it, and I was like, I'd rather have too much than not enough because I'm like, they'll just be able to eat it.
Yeah.
So Hunter was like, that's a lot of frosting, and I said, I know, but if there's extra, it's fine. You guys can eat it. And right away, it's all mine. No, it's not all yours. So then Tristan started throwing a fit. That's not all yours.
Alright, so we have a backwards card here, and since this is Chrome 5 and there's no gold numbers on the back, I'm guessing they just screwed up, and that's probably going to be a base card. Yep, it's not a C card, so nothing there but a refractor.
And I got Tristan sour Skittles for the candy salad too.
Oh, okay. We've got our first hit, and it's going to be a yellow wave. And it is Nat Nerd. 172A. And 172... And I got the wrong list flipped up here. 172 is going to Lance. So congrats, Lance. It's only a yellow wave, but that is a nice character for yellow wave. always freeing the hits around here, Timmy. More base. I know there's a lot of sealed product collectors out there, and to each their own. That just isn't my thing. That's the whole reason that I break, really, is I want to free the hits for all of you that are chasing them. Because I know exactly what it's like to chase and chase and chase and not find it. Then you sit and wonder, alright, whose sealed collection is, you know, whatever particular card hiding in?
Somebody's hiding it in their prison wallet.
Or was it prison pocket or prison purse, as Edge calls it?
I can't say I've ever heard that term.
He calls it one or the other, and every time he's said it in the past, you'd get frustrated saying, it's not what it's called, it's this.
Oh, I don't even remember that. But as someone who works for the Department of Corrections, I can verify it is absolutely prison wallet.
Yeah, I understand, Timmy. The, you know, original, the old stuff. There's no real hits, so to speak of, in that. Just your base cards that, you know, I guess depending on which one you pulled could be considered a hit, but another base pack. How's your mom doing? Seems like last I'd heard you said she was doing better. Looks like a refractor. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Another base pack. Mine finally got some good news here just a little bit ago, and the tumor had finally shrank just enough. They were able to get the stent put in so she could get the bag removed out of her back that was there to help drain her kidney. That thing had been driving her nuts for a long time. And I didn't realize, I thought that when you had a stent put in that it was sort of a like a permanent type deal, but I guess she has to go get that changed every 2 to 3 months.
That's weird. Normally it is just, they just put it in and leave it there.
That's kind of what I thought. Fractor. But yeah, that's what my dad was telling me here just a little bit ago. That
it's just weird because, I mean, that's... Anesthesia is very dangerous. Usually they try to limit how much they put somebody under. So she's supposed to have surgery every 2 to 3 months?
I don't know.
That's wild.
I didn't ask details. Alright, we got our second hit out of this box, and it is a straight green. And that is Ginger Snapped. 187A. 187 is going to Timmy. Congrats, Timmy. So it looks like Another basic box. I didn't really think there'd be too many more of those left in there. Well, maybe we'll get a third hit out of here. Because I know we didn't last break 2 weeks ago. Base pack. A stent into a stent, really.
That is so weird.
Looks like another refractor. Base. Another base pack. After tonight, I will be down to 9 boxes left of C5. So I need to be, I guess, making a decision on what I'm going to do after that moving forward. Refractor. I was just talking to Howard earlier today that I don't remember if it was a year ago or if it was further back than that, but I remember it was around the holidays, base, and looking at Dave and Adams, waiting for their sales, and I'd see that cases were like 400, 425, something like that. And I was like, man, they were just 350 on sale. I'm gonna wait. More base. I'm gonna wait till they go on sale again, because that's ridiculous when they were just 350 that, now they're 400, 425, whatever the heck they were at the time. Well, now they are 700 on Dave and Adams.
Good Lord.
Yep. So, I still look around. Sometimes I can find blasters cheaper still. I like blasters for the atomics myself, but I've done blaster cases before, empty box, and they've kind of been all over the place. I think I happened to get one of about the worst ones that they made and only had like 14 hits in it. Definitely at the low end. Hey Brian, hey Gone. Ooh, what do we got here? We've got a gold. That is much better. Alright, good luck everybody. Let's see who is going to get this gold. 169A defaced. And 169 is going to Leonard King. Congrats, Leonard. I don't know if you're watching or not. Finally a nice hit from Chrome 5. What is going on with... I don't like that sleeve. Bottom's all curled on it. That one's better.
Maybe Maybe you're making it curl its toes.
It's kind of what it looked like because it was both corners folded over.
Lord knows you do that to me.
Throw that one away.
Hope you don't do that to me.
More base. So yeah, anyway, you know, I had blaster cases that were way at the low end of the hits, some that were a little bit better, but hobbies usually always seem to be the way to go. With 5 and 6, you can't get reds in the blasters, so I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I mean, either way, it looks like everything product-wise just keeps climbing up. So once I am through what I've got, depending on what I find and what I decide to go with, hate to say it, but price increase is probably going to be unavoidable. Hey, Leonard. Oh, yep. Usually there's nobody over there, so I keep forgetting to check for comments. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of keep scratching my head on what the deal is with Chrome 5, because Chrome 6 is cheaper than Chrome 5 now. And you know, I realize a lot of people can argue that they feel maybe the character set is better in Chrome 5 than 6. And you know, that's each individual's opinion on what characters they like. You know, I'm not going to argue which one's better, because it's just opinion. But I look at it from the hit perspective of, you know, Chrome 6, when you're comparing hobbies to hobbies, you're getting twice the hits base. So, you know, why Chrome 5 especially is more expensive now. Something certainly is. I've noticed a pattern with Dave and Adams when I check their site, that anytime it's like when they run out of stock and they get another batch in, they'll put new. I think it's in the upper left corner. It'll say new. And every time that happens, they've raised the price about $50. Base. But yeah, I've kind of been watching off and on the last few months, and you know, I know you've asked different times, Craig, if I've checked lately, and sometimes I had, sometimes I hadn't. Sometimes I'd go look after that, and it seems like at one point I told you, oh, they're about 600 now, and then it was 625. I just looked the other day because I keep checking with all their Christmas sales that they'd been doing and their Black Friday and all that stuff. Last I looked, I seen $700 for case Chrome 5. It's like, jeez. Base. I thought it was bad And I think, I can't remember now, I think maybe it was Steel City. I don't know, Steel City or Blowout. One of them had Chrome 4 case of hobbies, and that had jumped up, I want to say 800. Either 8 or 900, but you know, I saw that a little bit ago. I think it was 8, and I thought, man, they were just 6 not too long ago, so they jumped up. And you know, that's pretty good series character wise, much better hit ratio, and Chrome 5's creeping up on that. It's like, geez, I don't get it. Base. If you check the tracking sheets with the number of supers, reds, and plates that are still untracked for Chrome 5, I can't believe that there's any kind of a shortage of the product. More base. Still looking for our second hit out of this box. Nice to see a gold and red box. Nice refraction. Oh, I tried not to laugh, but my wife's such a dirty mind sitting behind me back here.
Can't help myself. You saw a red one the other day. It's much better now.
Alright, we have a purple for our second hit out of box 2. And this one is Mick Dagger, 167A. And that one is going to Gon. Congrats, Gon. It does. Yeah, you can see it on the camera right over here. There is some kind of a line. It looks, I don't know. I don't think it's a dent. I don't feel anything there, but there's definitely some sort of a curved line there.
I see it. Weird.
It's bad enough when you open up brand new packs and see base cards with flaws on them, but I really hate it when the hits are that way. And base pack. Looks like a refractor. Yep. More base. Base. Alright. Come on, last pack of box 2. Give us another hit. It looks like a refractor. Yep. So no bonus hit from box 2. But we did get a nice gold. And our last box of Chrome 5 tonight. Now this is the nice thing about mixing up two cases, because it seems like a lot of times a gold will be your case high. I don't think we've had anything else out of either of these cases. Empty box. Alright, come on, box 3. Starting with a base pack. Looks like a refractor. Oh, gone. I don't know if you had talked to Hiweezy at all, or if he had reached out to you. He reached out to me today, and since I had already shipped his Get a Grip cards out when you guys had made that trade, he's sending one back for me to put with your stuff. Yeah, Craig, it's been a while since I've pulled anything major. Base pack. Refractor. We've got our first hit, and it's going to be a green wave. This one is Handy Randy, 168A, and that one is going to Timmy. Congrats, Timmy. So the last couple of hits, we've hit 167, 168, and 169.
That is weird. The next one's 170. You need to go buy a lottery ticket. My boss got us, she always every year gets us all lottery tickets for Christmas.
Yeah.
Usually everybody in the office, like none of us ever win anything, not even $1. This year, Indira's was nothing, but I got 5. Kayla and Jason both got 10, and Jake got 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Base pack. More base. Alright, let's see some different color for our next hit. More base. I believe it's a refractor. Yep. More base. Another base pack. Be nice to see a C card again. Haven't had one of those in a little bit, it seems like. Maybe 2 breaks ago. Refractor. Another refractor. Yep. Alright, come on, give us something good here. Haven't seen a plate in forever. More base. I think out of all the Chrome 5 I've ripped, I've only pulled 1 plate. Only pulled 1 no blue ink. And that was out of a blaster. Base. Looks like refractor. Base. So I'd upgraded again, bought myself a new 3D printer. Darn thing's already, I jammed it the other day. I got one that will do multicolor, and when it was switching colors, I knew it when I loaded the next color, but it had just a tiny little, like a little blob at the end of the filament, and I thought it'd be okay, but that stupid thing jammed it up, so now I gotta tear it apart. Refractor.
One of the new light bulbs he just put in? Oh, that's a bitch.
What?
One of the new light bulbs you put in is already dead.
It's the one facing the steps. Next to that bulb that's facing the steps. That bulb that's facing the door is still on, but the other
Okay, are you talking at the top of the basement stairs or Hunter's room?
top of the basement stairs.
Okay, there was only one that worked. They were both dead. I replaced one because that's all we had.
Oh. Oh, the staircase is darker because it's dark outside.
Clown.
Oh.
Refractor. But yeah, I've been so swamped lately with trying to get everything shipped out that I've had here, and anybody that got any of the Get a Grip cards, they would have seen I kind of did custom boxes and put little foam padding bumpers in there to help try to protect those cards, since excuse me, since there wasn't any top loaders yet to properly fit those. Trying to print things for Christmas gifts, and part of the Secret Santa deal that I did, printed part of that. Base pack. Alright, down to 2 packs left. We should have 1 hit coming yet. It's been so cold here lately. I've got a wood furnace out in the garage, and that thing, I gotta throw wood in it about every hour, it seems like. Keep that fed. Refractor. Alright, last pack. Hopefully we've got some of that last pack magic in this.
Sweet talk it. Touch it.
Have a hit. Looks like we do. Come on, super. Come on, red. Cards upside down, or maybe I just have them upside down. And we have a purple wave. And this one is Necktie. 181B. And that one also is going to Timmy. Congrats, Timmy. That one's actually centered fairly nice. Base. So at least we did get a nice gold. Other than that, still just kind of basic boxes. Base out of the way here. Alright, well, at least we did get 2 hits per box this time. Had 1 green and 1 green wave. Handy Randy and Ginger Snapped. 1 yellow wave. Nat Nerd. We had a purple and purple wave, Necktie, McDagger, and we had 1 gold, Defaced, our biggest hit of the night, and that one is a 41 out of 50. So congrats again to Leonard King on the gold. Like I said, we've got 9 boxes left. That is, let's see, the 2 weeks ago and 2 of these boxes, so we should hopefully have all the lower hits out of the way and start seeing some mid to uppers. Alright, 6:42, so just about right on schedule. I just figured I was going to hop right into Chrome 6 tonight, since I'd put I was going to start approximately 6:45. So, I'll set these Chrome 5 hits out of the way. Grab a quick drink here. Hey, Magnus. I know, I don't know what's happened. I had a nice streak going for the longest time. I haven't pulled a red, I think, since probably before you took your absence from Facebook. It's been a while. Alright, well, go ahead and switch my lists back over here and we'll get going on some Chrome 6. Empty box. I didn't even think. You've been gone for quite a while. It's probably a whole new setup from what you were used to before. Alright, looks like we're starting with a refractor for C6. Maybe we can find something above a gold in here tonight.
I should probably go help Hunter.
Yeah.
Where are the piping bag and tips?
Base cards on the table.
I even looked
Don't
before I
know.
came down here.
I don't know.
I was trying to escape the children in a hurry. That was my problem.
Apparently. Because, yeah, I set them. As soon as I dug them out of the cupboard, I just laid them on the table.
If they start in again, you'll know, because I'll be right back down here. I love you.
Love you too. Base pack. It's all good, Magnus. It's all part of it. Refractor. It would be nice to find another one. You know, get one every once in a while anyway. But, yeah, I've probably broke another... Gosh. Working on 2 different cases right now. I know that I'd had a few before that, so I probably broke another, I don't know, 5 to 7 cases, I want to say. And I believe rose gold is the highest that I've hit out of those. So... can't win them all. Alright, we got our first hit of Chrome 6 tonight, and it is going to be a straight green. And this one is the Wrinkly Dude Geriatric 239A, and that is going to G Voorhees. Congrats, G. Alright, starting with a green, so let's just keep going up from there. Looks like a refractor. And base pack. More base. Man, I'll tell you, as far as all the shipping that I'd been doing, you know, Timmy can certainly attest to some of the packages that I've sent out before. Can have quite a few hits packed in them, but I'd never seen anything till I started packing up those Get a Grip cards. Those things are so heavy. A lot of times in the past when I'd pack things up and send out a large amount of shipments, there might be one to three packages that end up running, $8, $9, $10, depending on how far they are, where they gotta go and how much they weigh. But with all those Get a Grip cards, there was some I want to say more like 5 to 7 packages that were running like $15 to ship. It's because there wasn't even that many, maybe 15 to 20 cards in there or so, but things were so heavy that really added up on cost quick. They're nice cards. I really like them. More base. That was one of the things I'd been working on print-wise, was frames for each style. So like a refractor. I think I've got, where did I put those? Oh, right there. Hang on, I'll show you the one I did for the flashback parallel. So like the gold and red and green, I just did plain, but for the flashback, I put the pattern off to the side, kind of did the same checker thing. And I haven't, what I was printing when it jammed was the GG92. I've got one designed that will be silver and black that has little slashes on the side to coincide with the pattern on the hits. I haven't done one for base cards yet. I mean, usually people don't want to put a base card in something like that, but I got thinking the other day, if somebody wanted to have a full rainbow and display it, I've got, this kind of purple cosmic sparkly stuff that's similar to the base cards. I thought about doing a frame up like that. More base. Yeah, I really like it, Brian. The color of the filament isn't quite what I was hoping for. And we have a green wave for our next hit. Good luck, everyone. It is the Mate Cold Cut 232B. And 232 is going to Jason Bond. Congrats, Jason. But the filament that I ordered was supposed to be a rose red, is what the description was, but it's much more of a pink. I was hoping it was a little bit darker. Refractor. have you found that out, Brian, with your laser deal that you've got? Once you kind of go down a rabbit hole sometimes with that stuff. You get, I mean, all this started really from you wondering about options for loaded sketch, and really it worked out great because what I sent you was exactly the size that these 5x7s needed, just without the raised separators in between there. So it was just kind of funny, you know, you were looking into that, and I knew I could come up with something, and then these come out, and then I get thinking, oh, you know, I can add the little designs on the sides, no problem. Just one thing after another. Refractor. Alright, we have 3 packs left. I'm still looking for 2 hits. Come on. Looks like base. Come on, back-to-back hits. Alright, here is one. It is a purple wave. That is Ashley Trey, 231A. And that one's going to Lance. Congrats, Lance. Base. It's been long ago enough now, Brian. I'm pretty sure I had to do a couple of trial runs on it. Alright, so we did get 4 hits. This one is a straight purple. That is Coy Roy, 211B. And that is going to True Angler. Congrats, True. Got some base behind it. The one thing I wasn't too satisfied with on the ones that I had sent you, and this is why I was saying they were just kind of like prototypes, but I made in the corners, they have kind of the little diamond cutout, and my old printer, it's almost like it couldn't quite handle that small cutout too well. It was, I think, over extruding on those, so it wasn't as nice and clean as I wanted it to be. But this new printer, and it cracks me up because this new printer runs so much faster. I mean, I could speed the old one up, but I don't think I'd get near the quality that I was. But this thing just flies like crazy, and the quality is excellent. So those little corners end up a lot more crisp and clean. Alright, looks like we're starting with a refractor. Yeah, I know. you know, every time you get something like that, it's just like computers. You know, it's outdated about the time you buy it. But won't be long, and they might even already have some that are all-in-one type deal with multi-tool heads that you can switch from 3D printing to, you know, the laser deal that you've got, CNC router heads and more base. But that wouldn't surprise me to see something like that come along in the future, something that does all of it. Which really would be pretty cool. 3D print something, and I don't know how, you know, what the laser, you know, what you could do when it comes to the plastics. If it would be able to do much, or if it would just melt them. But, you know, to have that capability, just 3D print something, and then have a CNC deal to, you know, I don't even know, just kind of like we were talking about with putting the holes precisely in the I want to say plexiglass, but that's not the right term. Alright, looks like we have a yellow, so we're going the wrong direction here. And it is Elliot Mess, 213B. That is going to Dan Trompower. Congrats, Dan. Your first hit of the night. Alright, come on, let's start heading the other direction. Refractor. Yes, acrylic. Thank you. Alright, sounds good. Base. I do really like how that magnetic turned out and how it works. It was just a pain trying to get everything lined up just right. More base. I guess I shouldn't just say get everything lined up right. It was doing that, but trying to keep it clean looking. Refractor. You know, because I could have just drilled a oversized hole and had the magnet glue into place where it needed to be, but I didn't want something like that. I wanted it precise and clean looking. Base. Alright, we have another green. That is Restored Rusty, 255B. And that is going to Trevor Hendricks. Congrats, Trevor. Nice green Rusty. Definitely like seeing more hits, but I want to try to get away from these green, yellow, and purples. Looks like a refractor. And I did just grab 3 random boxes of what's left throughout the case. Another base pack. So how's everybody else been doing? You all swamped too? Trying to take care of things before the holidays. I know I still have a few more gifts to buy. Base. But I was relieved. I finally got that Secret Santa gift out today. The part that I printed was pretty involved, so that took a little while. It came out really nice. I imagine that person that gets it is going to really like it. But I've still got a couple more things I need to buy, some other things I need to print. Ooh, we got an X-Fractor coming. I always love those. Good luck, everyone. Finally a little better hit. We got an X-Fractor. Oh, and it is a nice one. Newly Dead Ed 250A. I believe, yes, that is going to Nancy. Congrats, Nancy. Base is upside down here. Anybody that wasn't watching her break last night, she got donged. One of the last things I was able to get printed was a little mini army of miniature dongs. Told her to go ahead and feel free to give some of those away in her break. Oh, nice. Now we've got... no, it's a black wave. I couldn't see the wave part at first. Alright, good luck, everyone. It is the Vacuum Suckin' Sybil 236B. And that is going to Lance. Congrats, Lance. Nice black wave. Nancy's favorite vacuum. I know that's what she secretly wants for Christmas. Probably a good thing I don't live anywhere near her. She'd smack me for that. Looks like a refractor. And base. And talk about some cards with curve to them. Serve the curve. I think I got these upside down. Another base pack. refractor. A lot of these have roller marks on them too, I've noticed. I don't remember seeing that so much with Chrome. I know Sapphire, Sapphire 4 we did real bad. Another base pack. Alright, last pack from box 2. Anything else good in here for us? And we've got a prism. Alright, good luck everyone. Our prism is Wes Mess. Another nice card. 233A. And that is also going to Jason Bond. Congrats again, Jason. Love that card, that character. All right. 3 nice hits in a row. Let's keep it going. Empty box. I believe that box had 5 hits in it also, since we have 9 up there. Starting with a refractor. Base pack. And we have our first backwards card of the night. So we know that should either be a C card or a color error. And it is a color error. 224, Michael Idle. And 224 is also going to Jason Bond. Congrats again, Jason. And that's got all kinds of chrome dust on it. Refractor. See, this is what I was talking about earlier with not understanding the deal with prices on Chrome 5, especially compared to Chrome 6, because we're barely 2/3 of the way through and we've already got almost twice as many hits, and yet Chrome 5 is getting to be more expensive than 6. Base pack. Alright, we went went the other way this time. We got another green wave. This one is Bloodshot Scott, 229B. 229 is going to Joy McLeroy. Congrats, Joy. Or McElroy. I'm not sure. I've never heard for sure how you pronounce it. Scott says it one way, Leo says another. I thought that pack seemed a little thicker than normal. Extra card in there, just a refractor. So this will probably only have 3. It does feel awful thin. Yep, looks like just 3. Base. And another base pack. Refractor. Base. Hey, how's your wife doing, Brian? She listening to the doctors and staying off her foot like she's supposed to? And we've got another hit coming. It's a purple. And this one is Radar Ray, 240A. And that is going to Lance. Congrats, Lance. Big ear kid. Refractor. Hey, Eddie. Not doing too bad myself. How about you? I see you finally... I shouldn't say finally, because I don't know how long you've had your eBay store up, but I see you did make a sale with your trash wax. Base pack. That's always a good feeling. Get done with work for the day. Of course, I guess that depends on the day, because if you've just got a pile of shit at home that you got to go work on or something, then it's not always Not always that exciting. And was it you that was doing the luggage tags too? Base? Brian, what do you mean she's good going into the next room but then done? Like, that's as far as she can make it and then she's wore out? And we have a yellow. This one is George Washington, 219A. 219 is going to Craig. Congrats, Craig. Alright, still got, we have 6 packs left. See if we can't squeak out another hit. Hopefully something a little bit higher to end on. Looks like just a refractor here. Oh, gotcha. Boy, these couple of packs are all... Man, that's weird. It's like they got sealed funny. Well, yeah, no matter what, it's always better leaving work than going to work. Another base pack. All that for some base. And more base. Down to 3 packs. Come on. Let's see an orange. Another refractor. Eddie, you're shocked that I heard about what? Which part? That you made a sale or the luggage tags? Base pack. Alright, our last pack. Come on, give us something good. I'm in so many of the different groups that I couldn't even tell you what group you'd posted it in. I'll go into my feed every little bit and scroll through some and see various things. And alright, well, not what the direction I was hoping for, but we do have a hit. We're going to finish with a straight green, and it is Tin Trudy, 253A, and that's going to Dan Trompower. Congrats, Dan. I believe that was your second hit of the night. few more greens than I wanted to see, but we did get a few nice ones. Nice black wave, X-Fractor, and a prism. Nice C card too. Alright, so our hit rundown tonight. Oh yeah, I did see that about the waffle. I mean, I get it. I know what you're saying, because I was nervous as could be the first time that I went live, because I'm not an outgoing person. That I don't like speaking, really. This, I think, has helped me a little bit, and I've had to give a lot of presentations over the years at work, the last several years. So I was nervous, and the first time that I went live, it wasn't even for a break or anything. It was just a personal rip, if I remember right. And even that, I'm sure it was that. But thank goodness it wasn't an actual break, because I left a pack sitting there unopened. So there's gonna be little things, you know, that growing pains, I guess I'd say. But that's all, you know, you just learn from stuff and keep on doing what you're doing. Alright, so greens and green waves, we had Tin Trudy, Bloodshot Scott, Geriatric, Cold Cut, Restored Rusty, and 2 yellows tonight, Elliot Mess, George Washington. Purple and purple waves, we had Ashley Trey, Radar Ray, Coy Roy, and 1 color error, Michael Idle, 1 prism, Wes Mess, an X-Fractor, Newly Dead Ed, and 1 black wave, Suckin' Sybil, going to Lance. Alright, well, that is it for me for tonight and this week. Next week, I know kind of goofed up with running both tonight, just because I had to push Chrome 6 last week. So to get back on the schedule, next week we'll be doing Chrome 6 again. But yeah, thank you everybody for keeping your spots. Nancy, thanks for grabbing the other one. Sorry for dropping the board so late. I told you I was going to get that up last night, and I just ran out of time to go through and clean everything up. But yeah, I do appreciate it. I'm glad to get back into breaking again, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and hope to see you back here next week. Thanks everyone, and good luck, Eddie, on your waffle. I'll be rooting for you. Like I said, don't worry too much. Don't overthink it. Alright, have a good night everyone. See you later.